Let's be honest, the Xbox ROG Ally is a really nifty little piece of device, and the ideas that are coming out of it, persons are really, really liking some of the things that could be in the next generation Xbox. Yes, this little device really caught, a lot of persons in the industry by surprise after saying Xbox was dead for so long. When they thought Xbox was dead, right in the jugular. Now, let me just say that persons who would have purchased the Xbox ROG Ally, they are liking some of the features that they are seeing.
Hibernate mode. Hibernate mode. Works great.
I do like that I can one moment be, for example, playing Spider-Man 2, which is a PlayStation game that I'm playing through Steam. And then I can be playing Silksong locally on the device. And then I can go back home and just go jump back into any old game from Xbox over the cloud, and I can pick Xbox Cloud Gaming or GeForce Now. It's just the versatility and kind of like the openness of this device, and just how much Microsoft...
Yes, as you can see there, persons are really liking what Microsoft would be doing in the next generation console. We'll talk about that a little later. Today, however, we are going to help everyone to see how these PlayStation guys are liars. I know I always expose them, and I will continue to expose them as we go forward. We are going to see that they are liars. Today, we are also going to see what Microsoft plans are for the future and why they are doing it, because some persons, they just don't get it. So we'll be dealing with that in today's video. So you know what? Let's get it.
This is a sickness!
Let's get it. So if you're new around here, stay true around here. Show your boy some love and hit that like and subscribe button today. Now let's get back to the video. Now, I don't know what is the bar for journalism in the gaming industry, but it seems to be a very low bar. You see, not too long ago, the gaming industry would have reported that Xbox was raising their developers' kit. So that is what Tom Warren from The Verge would have reported about 2 days ago. And, he didn't give any context, or he didn't, give any caveats as to what he was trying to say in that article. So, of course, the grifters who realized that bad Xbox news pays the bills came out in all their numbers.
Here today we're talking about Xbox because some breaking news has just come out. They're raising the price on game developers. The people literally putting their games on Xbox. Look, there's almost no games coming to Xbox, all the indies, a lot of third party, there's basically no exclusives. A lot of people are abandoning ship from the Xbox dumpster fire. Well, just now, they've announced that if you are trying to put a game onto Xbox, they're increasing the price. To actually get an Xbox dev kit, they've basically increased the price by a ridiculous margin.
Has lost their minds. Even Xbox developer kits are now getting a big price hike. So, I actually didn't know that they had to pay for them. Now I know. All these years in gaming, I never knew about that. So, you raise the price of your gaming consoles twice in 1 year.
So let me respond to Meth Head Guy's underling here, Tyrone. He watches Dreamcast Guy often, and a matter of fact, that's how he puts out his videos. As soon as Dreamcast Guy puts out his videos, this guy puts out his. Number one, as I said before, these YouTubers and journalists, the bar for journalism is very low. Because if it is you being unbiased, you would know that PlayStation also raised their consoles twice in 1 year. But continue with your narrative.
Ye raise the price of Game Pass and also take out some stuff after you did it.
I mean, how could we take you serious, Tyrone, when it is you mentioned that Xbox raised the price of Game Pass, but you didn't even mention that PlayStation raised their price for PlayStation Plus. And let's just say that arguably Game Pass is 100 times better than PlayStation Plus. And a matter of fact, it's not only me saying that, it's your own PlayStation brethren that have said that throughout 2025. But again, carry on with your narrative.
And now, for the people that are making the games for you. Okay.
Look at this pony. Look at this pony spread misinformation without even doing any research. Tyrone, why didn't you tell the people that Xbox dev kits was the cheapest in the market? Cheaper than PlayStation only. Yes, PlayStation dev kits are between $2,000 and $3,000. How much was the Xbox dev kits before they raised it? Yeah, it was $1,500. So now Xbox would have raised their dev kits to $2,000, not even more than PlayStation dev kits. Now, Tyrone, why didn't you do any kind of research? I mean, why do you choose to be ignorant? Why didn't you tell your audience that, here what? Xbox dev kits are free with ID with Xbox program. Yes, once it is you are partner with Xbox with the ID with Xbox program, you get the dev kits for free. But the gaming media will not tell you that. Instead, in order to make their money and grift on bad Xbox news, they must do this. So yes, I am just exposing these ponies who would have been spouting madness throughout these 2 days, and I'm exposing these YouTubers for being grifters and rifters. Yeah, buddy. Finally, let's talk about the future of Xbox. Now, the gaming streets are abuzz. Yes, since Sarah Bond would have had an interview recently, she made some interesting statement that has a lot of gamers talking.
Rumors are that the next gen console will be almost more like a gaming PC in a lot of ways. That it'll be super high powered. I don't know if you can speak to that at all, but I mean, that would be helpful for me because there's a lot of like PC games I'd love to play, but like I said, getting the barrier of entry seems like it's really high. So if there was a console that could kind of be a gaming PC and console in one, like that'd be helpful for me. I don't know what you can tell us about the next gen console. Any?
Well, I can tell you're right that the next gen console is going to be a very premium, very high end curated experience. You're starting to see some of the thinking that we have in this handheld, but I don't want to give it all away.
Sarah Bond basically confirmed that the next generation console would be a hybrid. It would be something new, something unique, something that has not been seen yet when it comes to console gaming. And this is what the gaming industry needs. Now remember, every decision that these companies make, they make it based on what the data is saying. They make it based on what the market is saying. So don't ask, why is Microsoft going to do this? They are doing this based on what they are seeing via the data.
Console ecosystems in particular, we're seeing the average age and average income level of the console player actually growing.
Hold on. You see, I need you guys to listen. He just said that the actual age and actual income of persons who play on consoles, it is growing. So persons who play on consoles are getting older, but not only older, they are making more money. So if Microsoft is seeing this data, it's obvious that they would make a console for those type of gamers who is a little older, who has the income to spend money for it if it is they want to. So again, they are driven by data.
We're seeing younger people and people on the lower end of the affluent scale, as we like to say, choosing more readily available devices like PCs and mobile devices. So we're actually seeing an aging up of that console audience, and it makes sense, right? If you got a N64 under the tree as a kid, you're probably still playing consoles. If you're playing video games, you still think that's really cool. If you're a 12-year-old, consoles are kind of for old people at this point. So like there's a little bit of that happening too. But yeah, reselling someone's youth, it's never been a bad way to try to make a buck. So
it's very clear that the next Xbox would be the best place to play not only Xbox games, but play PlayStation games. Yes, this console will be so impressive, it will be so powerful that guess what? They will be getting the best of both worlds. No wonder why Sarah Bond said that this would be a premium console. Now, I believe that this console is going to shock a lot of persons when it comes to the performance and what it is capable of and how it will be basically future-proofing itself as we go forward. But this is what the data is saying. Now, I want you guys to stay with me. Because Sarah Bond also spoke about exclusives. And of course, that got the PlayStation community and a lot of old gamers, very concerned and angry that they are no longer focusing on exclusive for their particular platform. Listen to what she said.
About the hardware devices. But, when we think about those pivotal gaming moments, like I mentioned Halo, or I remember playing Myst, with my dad.
Yeah. Oh my God, Myst was good.
It was.
Now you're really hitting the nostalgia. You're really
extra dating myself. Yeah. But we haven't really talked a lot about like games, and I know like exclusives have been less of a focus. It seems like with Xbox, we're getting more like cross-platform games. Where do like big blockbuster, exclusives fit into this, if at all, or is it kind of evolving past that place?
We're really seeing people evolve way past that. Like the biggest games in the world are available everywhere.
Yeah.
You look at Call of Duty, you look at Minecraft, you look at Fortnite, you look at Roblox. Like that's actually what's really driving community in gaming. That's where people gather, they have experiences. And the idea of locking it to one store or one device is antiquated for most people. You want to be able to play with your friends anywhere, regardless of what they're on. And we're really leaning into that with this experience because it just opens up another way for you to play. As does cloud, as does PC, as does the consoles that we all own and have in our living room.
Now, if you listen objectively to what she's saying there, she isn't incorrect. The biggest games are on multiple platforms. And if it is you take out your emotion and take off your nostalgia, you would see that guess what? These companies want more money. And right now, exclusives aren't cutting it. They want that Fortnite money. They want that Call of Duty money. So it's obvious that they will be looking to put their games on multiple platforms to get that money. But again, remember what I said earlier? Everything is driven by data. What does the data say about exclusive games?
30% of people that play video games will not buy a video game this year.
Wow.
So that's a third of the audience that just won't buy. A further 18% purchase a new game every 6 months or less frequently. So these are your folks that are buying Madden or EAFC, or they're picking up Call of Duty, right? Your big mass market only kind of buyer. The kind of purchaser that's watching this show, you're probably buying at least one game a month, maybe more. Only 12% of video game players buy a game once a month. Only 4% buy games more often than once per month. So, when we're talking about the developers and the publishers that are really being hurt the most, that we're talking the most about, are the games that are really targeting this like 16% of total players that are, purchasing very frequently, while the mass majority of players are buying a game or two a year and they're playing Fortnite, Minecraft, and Roblox. And I think that's like the biggest challenge. The biggest competitor to any new video game is Fortnite. I will die on that hill no matter what it is, because you have to fight Fortnite before you fight anything else to get your game seen and purchased. And that's like the biggest challenge I think happening right now.
So according to Matt Piscatella, this data analyst, he is saying here what? Developers are fighting for basically 16% of the players that play and buy games regularly. Now, if it is you is to reduce that by having it exclusive to your platform, then really and truly, how much money could you make? So the gaming industry is already decreased because a number of gamers are only playing certain games. In addition to that, you have your games on one platform. Your numbers will be looking low. Your numbers won't be what you are trying to get. So it's obvious that if it is you want to broaden your horizon or make your profit margins even bigger, you would need to put your games on other platforms. That's just what the data is saying. So persons could cry about it, persons could or whine about it, but the data is very clear. And we know that the next generation Xbox, save your money from now, it's going to be expensive, but guess what? It will be the best of both worlds. You will be lacking nothing when it comes to that next generation consoles, based on what we are hearing thus far by the rumors and via the executives. So let me hear what you thought about everything that was said today. Do you think that the next generation Xbox is going to be a massive leap over the competition? Let me know in the comment sections below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.